My name is Sean Ryan. I'm a lieutenant with Carlisle Fire and Rescue. I became an emergency responder. I think it's every little boy's dream at the age of 4 to become a firefighter, ride around in fire trucks, get to go into burning buildings and things like that. And I guess my dream came a reality. I come from a long line of members in the fire service. My uncle was a fire chief in the town that I grew up in Iowa. I went down to grad school, did some stuff in Florida, then moved to Virginia. So it's always been a part of who I am. And looking at it since the age of about 14, I haven't turned back and regretted a minute of it. For me, it's the idea of you're joining a second family as well. It's the idea that I come down here, I've had a really tough day at my real job, and I come down here and I can just kind of leave all those worries at home and don't have to necessarily worry about that. Come down, hang out with a great group of guys and men and women, and just kind of forget about everything else outside of it. And if I had a bad day, if I need something at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can give anyone a call here and they'll be there, and give me the shirt off their back, right? And so it's truly a big brotherhood and sisterhood, and that's what I think keeps me coming back and keeps thriving to do the best I can. But at the same time, it's serving the members of the community. They call us, and they never want to see us, but when they do, it's always on their worst day, right? And so it's always trying to put a little hope and a little bit more gleam in their eyes when it is at their worst day. And that's kind of why I joined, is to make it better and to pay it forward. I don't think that there is just one call that keeps me coming back and doing what I do every single day. I think it's the numerous calls that come in, right? No call is ever the same. And a lot of times you go around these calls, you go around the door with these apparatus and you don't know where you're going to go, you don't know what you're going to encounter, and you don't know the people that you're helping most of the time. And you get there, you fix the situation, or you help that individual, whatever it may be, and then you leave. And sometimes you don't ever get to see or know what the outcome is of that person from that car accident or from that house fire or whatever it may be. And so I think the calls that kind of really resonate with me are the ones that you have an opportunity to come back and talk with those people. We had a call a couple of years ago where we had someone who had severe leg injuries in both legs, and they came back and said, "Hey, you all saved my life. I don't have my legs anymore, but I'm here. I survived. I was on my way to work." And to hear those stories and to hear that gratitude, is something that you don't get to hear a lot. And sometimes you always wonder, what happened to that individual? And we always talk about it in the station. Hey, have you heard how so-and-so is doing? Or did they make it? Did they pull through? Because you in that short period of time, you build an attachment to that individual, right? Even though they're a complete stranger, and you always want the best outcome for them. And a lot of times we don't know that, and we don't have that closure, right? And so the calls that I think that really keep me doing what I'm doing is coming back, is knowing that we did everything that we possibly can, and then also get to hearing some of those success stories at the end as well. So.